short video, I will be doing a quick review of Collei, our free Dendro character that we all got for 3.0, and we will still be having a use for her obviously moving forward because I'm pretty sure she'll still be free for other new players even after 3.0. Alright, so let's just get to it. I just posted the review for Tignari, and that's because the banner is still active for my server and in the Americas region. But I know other players and other regions may not have this banner anymore. But regardless, Collei again will still be available moving forward for free, I believe, for newer players even after 3.0. Even if you don't get it from the Graven Innocence event, I think she's still available at some point or somehow. So yeah. Anyway, let's just get to it, shall we? Let's do a quick review. All right. So I don't have her at level 90. I, again, don't have all the pieces in order to farm it. I did try my best to get it all done, but unfortunately I wasn't able to get it all done for the timing of this review, but that's okay because she's, like, these characters are permanent, right? Like, I mean, I have them, right? I can still level them up later, so not a big deal. Yeah, so she's lacking a little bit of crit rate here, and her crit damage isn't the highest, or her energy is not the highest. And her elemental mastery is also not the highest in my case, but she's reasonable for her role and her purpose. Okay, she is a support. All right, so for weapon-wise, just like in the trial dungeon or trial domain that is currently available, I gave her the stringless because it increases her elemental skill and elemental burst damage. Now, this is a gotcha weapon, and if you don't have it, that's okay. We talked about weapon options for her previously. You can just give her the craftable Hamayumi. If you are an older player like myself and you have the Wind Ode from 1.4, which is a while back already because we're at 3.0 now, you can give that to her. If you don't have this, then that's okay. Maybe from 2.6, I believe, when we did the Yalan quest story, we got the Fading Twilight. This is okay for her too. And other options that you would have would be Favonius Warbow or Sacrificial Bow. Both would be decent options for her too. And another one that we currently now have in the game is the End of the Line. I haven't done a review of this yet because I haven't leveled it up yet. I only just got it like I think a day or two ago, and I don't have all the refines yet because fishing takes forever because the fish don't all respawn on a 24-hour clock. Some of them respawn on a 48-hour clock or 72-hour clock, I believe. So it's not like you can just get them every day. So that's why. Yeah, anyway, those are my options for her. And I think the stringless just works out really well for her, especially because right now no one else is using it. No one else is using it in my roster. Now, if you happen to want to give her like a 5-star bow, then the Elegy is obviously the best 5-star support bow currently in the game. All right. Now, artifacts, I was unable to get a 4-set Deepwood Memories because I tried a few farms, tried to farm it a few times in that domain and I wasn't successful. So I ended up just giving her Wanderers pieces because they're readily available in my inventory already and no one else is using these pieces, so it works out. Your focus should be on Elemental Mastery, possibly Energy. Sure, attack is fine too. And of course, if you have Dendro damage, I still have, to this day, don't have any Dendro damage pieces for my cup yet. And from any set. And if you want, you can give her crit. I gave her crit, but you don't have. You can also put just attack here, or elemental mastery, etc., depending on how you want to build it or what pieces you have available to you. Now, she is so capable at C0 already, but obviously with time, she will get better. And so from C1, she already gets a little bit more energy recharge. I do have her at C1 because I pulled one from the banner, and then I got the one free from the event. So that's why I have C1. C2, basically then she'll just have this extra change for her passive talent where the ring that surrounds will grant the character the sprouting effect. When she throws out her boomerang, right? Dealing extra attack as Dendro damage, and then from the moment of using the brush to the moment of when this instance of the sprout effect ends, if any party members triggers any reactions, then you'll get an extended sprout effect, basically. So it's basically like kind of like an extension, like stacking mechanism, basically. Yeah, to put it shortly. C3 is going to be her, I believe this is her alt, is that what it is? Brush. No, it's her E. It's her E skill, brush. Okay. And then this one is the Trump Card Kitty, which is her alt, her burst. So then using this will increase all nearby characters' elemental mastery, which is nice. This is C5, so it's obviously for her alt. Because sometimes they reverse them. Sometimes the alt is the one at C3 and etc. But in this case, it's the other way around. And C6, when the floral ring, so it's from her her skill, it will create a miniature ember that will deal extra attack as Dendro damage. So not bad at all. Okay, talent-wise, you don't need to level this one up at all, the normal and charge attack, but I went ahead and brought it up to 6. I wouldn't bother bringing it out any further in order to save resources, but I probably didn't even need to bring it up to 6 because I hardly ever use her normal or charge attacks. So I probably could have just left it at level 1 or 2. This one is okay useful because it does, allow you to do reaction damage with the Dendro, and it does hit twice. And then, so that's why if you have a sacrificial bow, you can do it more than, like, you can throw it out more quickly, because there is a 12-second cooldown. For the Q burst, this is the one where she has a little AoE Dendro, where the exploding kitty bomb of hers, will continue to deal Dendro. This is not bad. So yeah, I recommend leveling this and the skill and the burst up, and the talent-wise. But as a 4-star character, I don't think you need to bring her up to like any further, the past 8 even. Some people may be okay with just 6 and 6 and 6 for all 3, or maybe just level 1 for the normal attack and just 6 for these 2, and that's okay, because she's just her goal and your main use for her is really just to spread like Dendro for you and allow you to proc reactions. Okay, so then moving forward, if one of your party members has triggered a burning, quicken, aggravate, spread, bloom, basically any of the Dendro reactions before the ring returns, it will grant the character the sprout effect, etc. This is basically what it was saying from that constellation that we looked at. Yeah, more or less, but then that one changes it slightly because it modifies this. But yeah, more or less, that's what this is. This is a little stacking thing with her E skill, and being able to do reactions within it, etc. Okay, this one, when the character is within her, the AoE basically from her trump card kitty alt, then, and you trigger a reaction, a Dendro reaction, then the zone's duration will be increased, which is always nice. And lastly, then she has gliding stamina usage decrease. So overall, she's a very useful, utilitarian, free-to-play friendly character, obviously, because she's free. And she'll help us solve our Sumeru puzzles if you don't have Tighnari and you don't want to use the Dendro Traveler. So I think she's great. Now, I will be fighting the boss here, and I will be honest with you, she won't be able to kill it. But she's a great party member to have, especially for helping out, with like Tighnari, or helping out with just reactions in general, right? So like you can just, do all that. So then there will be a mixture of character usage here. So yeah, I will be using like both her and Tighnari here, but I will try to use her a little bit more because this is about her. So as you can see, her normal attacks and all that is not really, anything spectacular or anything. So yeah. So the point is she's a support. So as you can see in this, she will be mostly supporting other characters to do their thing. Now, I know that some people really love her and they want to build her up as a DPS. I'm sure you can do that. That's possible for anything. I mean, other streamers have done stuff with those free-to-play starter characters, right? Anything is possible in this game, so props to people who want to do that. It's just that she's meant to be a support, so that's how I'm playing with her. But yeah, like as you can see, there isn't really much more to her. She's a very straightforward character. But yeah, like her main, again, usage is just so that she can help me proc reactions, basically, That's all that, yeah, that's basically what her purpose is, and she does it well. We can't complain, it's a free character. A free character is a free character, right? Alright, so hopefully you guys found this interesting or useful. I mean, it is the last day of the banner, but she will still be available for us in the game, and she will may have a raid up again in the future, you never know. Alright, so I'll leave that there, and if you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments, feel free to like, subscribe, and contact me via Discord as well. I did post a review for Tighnari, so check that out as well. And stay tuned for more from me because I'll be talking about the new banners as well. So stay tuned.